I want to give a short message, and I'm going to be speaking to seniors, graduating seniors, but I'm also going to be speaking to everyone. I think we all could hear this message today. But as many of you know, seniors, this is not just the end to an old journey, but this marks the beginning of a new one. And we are excited to see what God does in your lives and your futures, and we're excited just to be a part of it. And as you know, you're getting ready, and you probably have been doing this all year long, preparing and planning for your future, trying to figure out what's next and what do I need to do for the rest of my life. Is that what you're trying to figure out right now? Right, Mario? Yeah? I'm listening to you. I'm looking at you. But I just need y'all to hear me, and I think all the adults would agree, is that you are now a part of a club. And this club is called the I Don't Know What I'm Doing Club. Okay? Everyone above the age of 18 is still trying to figure out what they want to do for the rest of their lives. It will never end. I'm just telling you now, just because you have a plan now, your plan will change down the road. Like, it's just inevitable. This club sounds a little depressing, but it's not. Because no matter where you are in life, graduated high school, young adult in college, young adult out of college, single, married, no kids, with kids, rich or poor, making plans becomes a daily routine, right? Making plans become a daily routine. You have to make plans financially, professionally, educationally, personally, relationally, and even spiritually. It never stops. If you're not a planner like me, you become one later down the road. I promise you. You have to. Now, please don't get me wrong. Making plans are important. And if you don't have a plan, it's okay, because you may go into this whole school thing right now like, I don't know what I'm doing, and you got time. But here's something that is important to understand, that you may have other plans that you have to make to get to that other plan, you know? If you have a dream to do something, don't stop chasing. Make plans, make goals, don't quit, because it gets difficult, and it will get difficult. There will be obstacles that we will face. Every one of us will have to face obstacles that you'll have to go around, and sometimes you'll have to take a little detour just to get to the where you want to go. Sometimes the obstacles are things that you just have to swallow your pride and just go through. You have to go through those moments, and out of those obstacles, you end up having to create new plans, and the plans just never stop. Like, if you're not a planner, you will become one. It never stops. I have a niece who is absolutely hysterical to be around. She is goofy. She's funny. She wants to make everyone laugh around her. And she's just a fun girl. And her name is Bella Looper. And one morning, I got a text from her. And I don't get text messages from her very often, because she's 10 years old. And she doesn't get the opportunity to text me, but it was really exciting to get this text from her one morning, and it said, "Good morning, Uncle Chris." And I was really happy, and I just woke up with the joy, and I said, "Well, good morning, Bella." And then she said, "Guess what today is?" Now, you can tell that she's related to me, because if you see the exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. Yeah, that's something I do in everything. If you look at the bulletin, you'll notice whenever I'm saying something, there's exclamation marks everywhere. You know, like, I'm very expressive in my writing. And so that's just her. She's just the same way as me. Now, I didn't really understand what was going on March 15th, why she said, "Guess what today is?" Because it really wasn't anything special. It may be someone's birthday, but it wasn't mine. So I don't know what today is. And I just sit this little confused look. I don't know what's going on. And then she responded, "Today is No Pants Friday." It's No Pants Friday. And I was like, wow. That just excited me. I was like, I know what I'm doing today, right? But then I realized that I'm an adult. I can't do that. I have to go to work. I have to go to church. I don't think Vance would appreciate that. I love the childlike attitude. And then she sends me this meme that says, it goes to this picture, life is too short for pants. I love that. Life's too short for pants. She's so funny, and I love that childlike attitude of her being absolutely carefree, absolutely just like whatever happens, happens, worry-free. I love that age, right? Do you remember that age? It's awesome. And I will just say this. My niece has reasons to have a hard time. She has a disease called spinal muscular atrophy. She's never been able to walk for her entire life. She's an incredible young lady. She loves people. She doesn't let anything get her down, and she definitely doesn't let her struggles or whatever that define who she is. And I love that about her. She's an incredible little girl. But I think there's something that we can learn from this. It's okay to have a day where we can just lay our burdens down and be. Not give a care of the world, not to have a day to be able to breathe and not worry. Would y'all like to have a day like that? A day where we can just be intentional about just saying, you know what, I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy this moment. We need days like that. We have to, I know there's the schedules and a lot of, especially students today, like, y'all are busy. You need days to just be able to relax. But then there's days that we need to do the opposite. We got to put our pants on, you know. We got to be adults, you know. And students graduating, like, y'all need to hear that. You're going into a new season. You're becoming an adult. Graduates, you're about to go into a new season. You're about to experience a whole new level of independence. You have so many opportunities coming your way. A future that is bright with endless possibilities. But as you're making your plans and trying to figure out your future, my biggest advice that I can give, my number one advice I can give is make Jesus everything. Make Jesus everything. Jesus is everything. Luke 9 is a passage where Jesus is walking along with his disciples, and a man said to him, I will follow you wherever you go. Now, I think there are moments in our faith and or even just in our daily lives where we say the right thing, right? We can come to the church, we can say the right words, but the moment that when we're actually tested, we're kind of like go the other way, right? This man says, I'll go wherever you go. It sounds like the right thing to say. I've said it multiple times, but the moment when Jesus says where we're going, my attitude changes a little bit. I'll just say this. Whenever I lived in Texas, I told God, I will never move to Florida. Guess where I'm at now? We're in Florida. I've been there for 5 years now. He makes it clear. Where he's leading us may not be a place of comfort. He says foxes have dens and the birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. It doesn't seem very convincing, but I want to encourage you, graduates. I want to encourage you to go all in. Don't go 1 foot in and 1 foot out. There were other men in this passage that also said that they would follow him, but they would follow it with, but first, let me go bury my father. But first, let me go say goodbye to my family. Jesus is trying to get this point across. I am first. Jesus is first. He is above all things. He is the lamp for my feet and the light on my path. He is my provider. He's my comforter. He's my peace, my joy, my love, my redeemer, my healer, my savior, my strength, my rock. He is the way, the truth, life. He is sufficient. He is sufficient for my life, period. He is enough for me. Here are our plans. Here's his plans. Last week, upstairs, we talked about what it means to trust in God, what it means. We've been starting doing the series called Abide. And what we're talking about is what does it mean to abide in Jesus, and what does it mean to stay connected to the vine. And so last week we talked about allowing the vine dresser to prune us and to mold us. And in the midst of those moments, what does it mean to trust? And what does it mean to submit to him? We talked about this word submission. Submission is the act of giving up all control and surrendering to him. To submit is to put his will above our own, giving him authority over your life. As many of you know, I'm getting married. I don't know if you know that, but I'm getting married. Very excited. Her name is Francie. She's an incredible young woman or young lady, and I'm so excited just to be able to be her husband one day. I'm excited to be with her. She's been very good to me. She's super sweet, and you definitely should meet her if you haven't yet. But I've told her this many times. I want to love her well. I want to be the best husband that I could be. I really want to be a good husband. I want to do that. I want to cherish her. I want to serve her. I want to be a great husband. But I'm afraid that I'm going to screw up. Is that normal? I'm afraid I'm going to screw up. And we started reading this book, and it's called You and Me Forever. And the first chapter kind of wrecked me because the premise of the whole chapter is for me to love her the most, I must love God the most. For me to love her the most, I must love God the most. So how do I love God the most? I have to put him above all things. I have to put him first, and then submit to him. I have to be active in my faith. I have to trust in him. I have to put his will above my own. So my word of encouragement to our seniors is to go all in. Don't go 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Make him your first. Make him your everything. And submit to his will. Let me pray. Dear Jesus, God, thank you for all that you do. God, thank you for this wonderful senior class. God, all that you're doing in their lives, and God, the futures that you have ahead of them. God, we are so excited as a church body to be able to release them to you, and God, give them and their wonderful gifts and talents to this world. And God, I pray that you will just use every one of them for your glory. That God, that you will make them just vessels of your word and of your gospel, God. God, we trust you. We give this day to you. In your name, amen.